Right now, there is someone smiling at you who does not actually care if you cry tonight. They know your name, they know what makes you happy, they might even know your deepest secrets, and they are using every single one of those things against you, slowly, quietly, like a game you did not know you were playing. I know this because I have been there. I sat across from someone I trusted completely, someone I called a close friend, and it took me almost 2 years to realize that everything, every conversation, every favor, every kind word was calculated. That realization hit me like cold water on a sleeping face. Most people only figure this out after the damage is done, after the money is gone, after the trust is shattered. But here is the thing. These people leave clues, small ones, easy to miss if you do not know what to look for. Today I am going to show you 6 of those clues, and once you see them, you cannot unsee them. Stay with me till the end, because sign number 5 is the one most people completely miss, and it is the most dangerous one of all. We have all been warned about the obvious bad guy, the one who looks dangerous from a mile away. But real psychopaths do not look dangerous. They look helpful. They look charming. They look like the answer to your prayers. That is the whole trick. Psychologists estimate that about 1 in every 100 people you meet has strong psychopathic traits. That might not sound like a lot, but think about how many people you interact with in a week, at work, at church, in your family, in your group chat. Do the math, you have already met one. The question is, did you notice? Number 1. They become your best friend overnight. You just met this person, maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks, and somehow they already feel like they have known you your whole life. They text constantly. They remember everything you said. They call you their real one, their soulmate. That warm feeling you get, it is real. But here is what most people do not know. Psychopaths are masters at love bombing. It is when someone floods you with so much attention and flattery so fast that your brain gets overwhelmed and stops asking the smart questions. Like, why is this person moving so fast? Or, what do they actually want from me? A normal relationship builds slowly. Trust is earned. Closeness grows over time. But a psychopath needs to hook you fast, before you notice the red flags. The moment someone becomes your closest person in less than a month, slow down. That speed is not love. That speed is strategy. Number 2. Their apologies are completely empty. They hurt you. You tell them. They say sorry. Then they do the exact same thing again. And every time, the apology sounds perfect. I am so sorry. I did not mean to. It will not happen again. They might even cry. But watch what comes after the apology. Not what they say, what they do. A real apology is followed by changed behavior. That is the whole point. But for a psychopath, sorry is not a feeling. It is a tool. It is the button they press to reset you back into their control. Psychologists call this performative remorse. When they hurt you, their brain is not thinking, I feel terrible. It is thinking, this is a problem I need to fix, so I can keep what I want. The apology is the fix. The behavior never changes because there was never any guilt to begin with. If the same person has apologized for the same thing more than 3 times, you are not dealing with someone struggling to be better. You are dealing with someone who learned that saying sorry is the fastest way to reset you. Number 3. Rules are for other people, not them. Every group has rules. Your workplace, your friendships, society. A psychopath knows all of these rules. They just genuinely believe the rules do not apply to them. It does not always look like breaking rules. Sometimes it looks like bending them, cutting in line with a big smile, borrowing things they never return, getting away with things others would be punished for, and acting like it is completely normal. Deep down, psychopaths believe they are special, smarter, more important. The rules of fairness and decency are for weak people, and they are not weak. Watch how they treat rules in small things. Do they feel genuine shame when they break them? Or do they only care about getting caught? Shame means you feel bad on the inside. Caring about getting caught means you only feel bad when someone is watching. Psychopaths never feel shame, only consequences, and they spend all their energy avoiding consequences, not doing the right thing. Number 4. They make you doubt what you know is real. You remember something that happened, a conversation, a promise they made. You know what you heard, you were there. Then they look you straight in the eye and say, that never happened. You are imagining things. Are you okay? I am actually worried about you. And suddenly, even though you were there, you start to wonder, did I get it wrong? Am I being too emotional? This is called gaslighting, and it is one of the most damaging things one person can do to another. What makes it so effective is that psychopaths do it calmly. They do not panic or get defensive. They just correct you, confidently, like a teacher fixing a student's mistake. That calm confidence makes you feel like maybe you really are the confused one. Over time, this erodes something precious, Your trust in your own mind. You start checking with them before you believe your own memories. You hand them the keys to your reality. Once that happens, they control everything. If someone regularly makes you feel like your memory is broken or your perception is always off, that is not them being honest with you. That is them dismantling you, piece by piece. Number 5. They are a completely different person. When nobody is looking, in public, they are wonderful, funny, kind, generous. People cannot stop talking about how great they are. You have probably even thought, wow, I am lucky to know this person. But behind closed doors, when it is just you and them, cold, distant, cruel even, like a light switch flipped off, the warmth is just gone. And the confusing part is, when they are warm in front of others, it feels so real. So when you are alone and they are cold, you wonder, is something wrong with me? Why do I bring out the worst in them? Nothing is wrong with you. What you are seeing is the difference between performance and truth. The warmth is performance. It is for an audience, for people whose opinions they need or whose resources they want. The coldness is the truth. That is who they actually are. Neurological studies have found that psychopaths are extraordinary mimics. They have spent years studying how normal people express warmth, care, and love, and learn to reproduce it perfectly. But it is a copy. Like a photograph of a fire, it looks like fire. It does not give heat. The cruelest part? If you ever bring this up, they will flip it. They will say you are jealous, controlling, trying to isolate them. Suddenly, you are the problem again. Pay close attention to who someone is when there is nothing to gain. That is who they really are. Number 6. Nothing is ever their fault. Something goes wrong. Every single time, they have an explanation. And that explanation always points somewhere else. Their boss is unfair. Their ex was crazy. Their family never understood them. Their friends betrayed them. Everywhere they go, somehow the worst luck and the worst people follow them around. Here's the thing about blame. Normal people feel uncomfortable when they hurt someone. That discomfort pushes us to apologize, to fix it, to grow. It works like an alarm. Something is wrong, fix it. Psychopaths do not have that alarm. So when something bad happens, instead of feeling guilt, they feel irritation. Who is making me look bad? And the fastest fix is to find someone else to blame. A person who never takes responsibility never changes. They just find new people to blame. If the person in your life has a long list of villains and they are never on that list themselves, listen to what that list is actually telling you. So now you know the 6 signs. What do? First, do not confront them directly. Psychopaths do not reflect when challenged. They prepare. A direct confrontation signals that you are a threat and they will come at you harder. Instead, go quiet. Stop sharing your personal life. Stop reacting emotionally. Give short, plain answers. Become like a gray rock, dull, unremarkable, nothing to feed off of. Second, document everything. Messages, dates, events, not because you will necessarily use it, but because having a record protects your memory when they try to rewrite it. Third, rebuild your circle. Quietly reconnect with people they have tried to pull you away from. Psychopaths work best in isolation. Community is your shield. You do not have to be paranoid of everyone, but you do have to be awake. Because the most dangerous people are not the ones who look dangerous. They are the ones who worked really hard to look completely safe. If this helped you see something you did not see before, share it with someone you care about. Not because they might be a psychopath, but because they might be dealing with one and have no idea. Drop a comment below, tell me which sign hit closest to home. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.